First proof that the chart is bogus, it contradicts Deuteronomy 28:62. There it's written to Israel in exile, you shall be left a scant few after having been as numerous as the stars in the skies because you did not heed the command of your God Yahweh. Yet according to the 12 tribes chart, there are at least 400 million Israelites today, including 47 million African Americans, 185 million Central Americans, 126 million Mexicans, 11 million Haitians, and 11 million Cubans. This is anything but few in number. Even if you say, well, the chart doesn't mean that every single person in every single group is an Israelite, you have to acknowledge that the vast majority are not Israelites, in which case you've shot yourself in the foot. Just this one fact disqualifies the chart, especially when you compare this number of more than 400 million alleged Israelites with the Jewish population today of about 15 million people. Which group is dramatically fewer in number?
Form. So we have to say something, don't you think?
Well, it is much bigger than Kanye, but let's start with the fact that Kanye is big. Just to put a little perspective on it, he has over 30 million Twitter followers, which is more than double the population of all the Jews of the world. There are fewer than 15 million Jews in the world. More than double the population of all the Jews of the world. There are fewer than 15 million Jews in the world. More than double the population of all the Jews of the world. There are fewer than 15 million Jews in the world. Basically, that the world's problems can be blamed on the Jews.
And population
that's the bottom line.
A population of just 15 million people.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm glad you brought
All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. This lesson is going to be entitled, Dr. Brown and Vocab Malone are going off on Deuteronomy 28:62. All right? They are wrong about Deuteronomy 28 and verse 62, particularly this guy, Dr. Brown. Now, I played you the clip in the beginning of what he said about it. All right, we're going to examine that and go into it. And also, too, you saw another clip that came from this video that I did a while back. And this is the same lie that the media tells. The video from Odyssey is entitled Rabbi Lies on National TV. And I did it a few, when the Kanye West controversy was going on. This lady sat right there on national TV and told that same lie that there was roughly 15 million Jews in the world. And I did a little snippet of it, but that channel got terminated. So you can see that video, and I may wind up re-uploading it. I don't know. You can see this video on Odyssey, on my GMS. I think it's on my GMS Narrator. Yeah, GMS Narrator SC channel. Which is the exact same argument that they're using now. So that's the agreed upon lie by society. Now, I got the clip from this video that the brother did, GMS Vegas Sit Downs, Elder Karatazar. He did a video entitled Dr. Brown completely misconstrued Deuteronomy 28:62 in his argument against the Israelites. And when you read that verse, let's go to it now. When you read that verse in Deuteronomy, let's go to it now and read it. Because the dude said that the 12 tribes sign, I hate the term when they say chart, because it's a sign. But he says that this right here contradicts what we're saying. Deuteronomy 28:62, and ye shall be left few in number, whereas ye were as the stars of heaven for multitude, because thou wouldest not obey the voice of the Lord thy power. Okay? Now, this scripture was dealing with what? It was dealing with a particular time, not for all times. Now, notice that when these devils come against what we teach, they'll say that the curses are not prophecy. But then they'll turn around now and try to use it for their advantage and say that it's a prophecy that we're going to be left few in number. Which one is it, devils? You can make your mind up. They also always run to Abraham where it says when you want to try to save all the nations, you always run to Abraham and say, what about it said that his descendants would be as the stars of heaven, as the sand of the sea. What about that? You always use that for your arguments, but now when you can't see it, you think that it means that the Israelites are going to be only few in number. To show you that that is not what it was talking about, we have a few scriptures here that we're going to read that tells you in the end, the Israelites will not be few in number. This is Hosea 1 verse 10. It says, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea. There you go. You heard Dr. Brown, he was going off. That proves it. And the brother did an excellent video. Let me go back and mention it. The elder brother Karatazar did an excellent video, explaining what Deuteronomy 28:62 was going into. And he proved it was only for a period of time. But even these various scriptures prove that eventually the Israelites would again be as the sand of the sea. So the chart, the sign, the 12 tribes sign is on point. It doesn't contradict Deuteronomy 28:62. You just don't understand it, Dr. Brown. You're running with that commonly told lie or that agreed upon thing that you people were going to say because you're not the people. Again, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. And you also can't prove that, because you've been saying that you're the people. You've been being told all this time that you were the people. Let's back that up. This is Romans 9:25. As he saith also in OC, which is Hosea, and is telling you the same thing in the New Testament. I will call them my people, which were not my people, and her beloved, which was not my beloved. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living God. Esaias also crieth concerning Israel, though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant of them shall be saved. So it said, it backed it up, it backed up what's written in Hosea. And just so you can get the understanding, in the plain language, let's go to Hosea 1:10 from the Good News Translation. We'll give you that. We'll give you both of them. Hosea 1:10. As soon as I can get to it, just hold on here. Hosea 1 verse 10 from the Good News Translation, and it reads, the people of Israel will become like the sand of the sea, more than can be counted or measured. That's too easy, Dr. Brown. How could you be a PhD and not know that, man? Because you don't understand the Bible. You don't understand prophecy. You think this because you so-called white, you can get away with whatever you want to say? No, you got to have the proof, especially when it comes to the Bible. The people of Israel will become like the sand of the sea, more than can be counted or measured. See, now the Most High says to them, you are not my people, but the day is coming when he will say to them, you are the children of the living power. There you go. Sand of the sea. Remember that, vocab. Remember that, Dr. Brown. Let's get one or two more here. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 20. This is when the remnant is saved. Isaiah 10 and 20. And the good thing about it is most of these went in the Old Testament. But we got another one for you from the New Testament as well. Romans 10 and 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty God. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, there it is again, though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decreed shall overflow with righteousness. So it is sand of the sea again. And the real kicker is, out of the elect that's saved out of Babylon the Great, there'll be more than the little 15 million that you're talking about. Finally, we're going to go to Revelation 7 and 9. Now we know that in the top of Revelation 7, it talks about the 12,000 from each tribe, right? But there's a great multitude that's going to be delivered from all over the earth, which are all Israelites. Revelation 7 and 9. After this, I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. Now, Christians commonly use this to try and say that's all the nations, but it's not. When you look at this word, right? Kindreds. In the Greek, it explains it. It's the Greek word phule. And what does it say? A tribe. In the New Testament, all the persons descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob. If you look here, an offshoot, race or clan, kindred or tribe. That's all Israelites it's talking about. In the New Testament, all the persons descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob. So Dr. Brown, this proves you are wrong again. Every scripture we read proves that he was wrong, that that Rabbi Bookdal was wrong, and all you people, the media are all wrong. You said it's only 15 million of this, 15 million of that. No, you going off. Innumerable means they can't be counted. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. There you go. That's of all nations. Now I want to read you, just to close out, that Isaiah 10 and 20 that we just read. Let's read it over here in the Good News Translation. Isaiah 10 verse 20. What does it say? A time is coming when the people of Israel who have survived will not rely anymore on the nation that almost destroyed them. They will put their trust in the Lord, Israel's holy God. A few of the people of Israel will come back to their mighty God. Even though now there are as many people of Israel as there are grains of sand by the sea, only a few will come back. Destruction is in store for the people, and it is fully deserved. Yes, throughout the whole country, the sovereign Lord Almighty will bring destruction as he said he would. So there you go. You see that? Even though now there are as many people of Israel as the grains of sand by the sea. And Dr. Brown was wrong. He was going off, Dr. Brown. And we knew you're going to resort to them sneaky tactics. And when they do what they always do, they try to strong arm you with that. Yeah, but we're white. What we say is goes. No, what you say doesn't go. You ain't the Most High. Dr. Brown, Dr. Michael Brown, you ain't the Most High, Brown, and you was wrong, and you stuck. You wrong and you stuck. So we're gonna leave it at that right there. Just a quick video. It burned my blood just to hear that, and there's gonna be more. There's gonna be more videos, Lord willing. We will see you again soon. Dr. Brown and Vocab Malone are wrong about Deuteronomy 28:62.